Imagine, if you will, a man from the east coast of the United States.
Again, I said it a million times, keep your perspective.
He's found himself caught in a time loop. It has been 2015 for 5 years now, and he can't seem to find any way out.
This is lie. You just confirmed flat Earth, right?
What? You do the exact opposite. What are you on about?
He's been reading the same outdated websites over and over now, desperately searching for a way out of the Flurfer Zone.
The only world known so far to harbor life. Like it or not, for the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand.
That's right, everybody. Russian Vids is back. He's got a brand new channel with a whopping 20 subscribers, so let's all go and show some love for our favorite paranoid idiot. My wonderful pet Saiyan, Myrai Vegeta, after being sent out to retrieve a space denial video for me to tear into, found not only that, but realized very quickly who was speaking. So let's take a quick look at Russian's video, NASA Fake Spacewalk Give Me a Break, and see how much of it is a prat. A prat being a point refuted 1,000 times.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
As the world turns.
The problem with liars is they can't keep their lies straight. And that's all NASA gives us, is nothing but lies.
Making a prediction now, by the end of this video, Russian will have at least one lie that he doesn't keep straight.
The NASA lovers, they question nothing. They just want to believe. What they don't understand is the fantasy is better than reality. Reality is, NASA is nothing more than propaganda and a psyop. Let's take a look at this footage from 1965 here with Ed White, the supposed astronaut in space during a spacewalk with the supposed Gemini mission.
Jesus Christ, Russian, this is why nobody takes you seriously. Just get to the point already. You adding supposed in front of everything is completely worthless.
And to the right, more recently with ISS, with Sonny Williams giving a tour. Let's take a look, and let's analyze and see what does not add up. Yeah, you're on Earth. That's where you are. I'm going to turn the volume off. Don't need to hear her speak. All she is telling is lies.
Yes, silence the woman, Russian, that disturbing trend with you incel conspiracists.
As you can see, the blue marble in space supposedly spinning. But what about this footage from ISS? Not spinning whatsoever. Why is that? Why is it spinning here and not here?
You've got to be kidding me, Russian. First off, how can you tell what's spinning and what isn't when your videos are playing at a remarkable rate of 2 frames per second? Second off, the Earth isn't even spinning in these videos. The spacecraft are orbiting the Earth. The planet's rotation is practically imperceptible from a fixed position. Watch, I'll prove it with a simple simulation. This is moving at real time. Now, before I look it up, since he's complaining that one of these appears to show Earth moving more quickly, I'm going to make a simple guess based on basic orbital mechanics. The faster one is in a lower orbit. So we know the ISS is at an altitude of around 400 kilometers, while the Gemini 4 mission was in an eccentric orbit of 289 to 165 kilometers. So lower equals faster, Russian, that's how this works. Plus the obvious fact that any expert in video analysis like yourself should be able to tell, the Gemini footage is sped up.
Do you NASA lovers want to explain that? Another thing, the Earth is supposedly orbiting around the Sun at nearly 70,000 miles an hour. Gemini and ISS are not within the Earth's atmosphere. So how are they moving along with Earth as it's moving 70,000 miles an hour and supposedly spinning 1,100 miles an hour at the equator?
And today we learned that Russian still has a toddler's understanding of how space works. He thinks that once you reach the Kármán line, you just kind of start to float in emptiness with no forces acting on you. It's called relative velocity, you idiot. The spacecraft, once establishing orbit, is moving at the same relative speed as the Earth and being kept in orbit by gravity. You know, that thing you pretend doesn't exist. You see, once you add gravity to the equation, you don't have a magical superspeed space where the Earth hurtles past you as soon as you leave the atmosphere.
Spinning here and not spinning here. What's the deal? I want to hear an explanation from the NASA lovers about this.
Asked and answered, boyo. Come on, hurry it up.
No one likes to have their bubble burst. Now here you go. And look at this garbage here. Trying to make it look realistic.
Nice justification for that. It's garbage because, well, it is.
All they give us is garbage. And of course, no stars. You don't see any satellites in any of the footage. And going back in time to 1965, of course, supposedly there were satellites in space. But you don't see any.
Like I said, he's trapped in 2015. I'm not even answering the stars one because it's been done way too many times. As for satellites, the picture is being taken from one, first of all. And second, watch some of the shuttle missions where they do satellite servicing. You can literally watch a satellite appear slowly from the distance as they approach it. It's pretty cool.
And why is that? All this is nothing but garbage. Nothing but lies. That's all NASA has given us. Nothing more than propaganda.
Hey, wake up. Hey, you're still recording, dude.
So all we get is fake. Even the ball Earth we supposedly live on. Just taking a look at this image here from NASA's official website with Robert Simon. This is the man responsible for the supposed blue marble that we live on. Read the article. He states he basically creates this image of the blue marble through data received through satellites. As I mentioned before, satellites do not exist. There are no satellites in space.
There it is. Congratulations, Russian. Why can't you keep your lie straight? Robert Simon, because that's how you pronounce a name with two M's in it, you idiot, supposedly admits he faked the marble image, but also the satellites he says he used don't exist. You're picking and choosing, within the same sentence, which of his words to believe. And second, let's do the standard thing here. Robert didn't create every blue marble. First one was a photograph taken on film and developed in a dark room, and compositing satellite data and making it look a little prettier doesn't make it fake.
And if they were, how far away are they to capture this image of Earth? Give me a break. How people can't see what's taking place.
Good job showing your ignorance again. It's not a single image, and it was never claimed to be.
With all the trillions of dollars spent on NASA over the years, and they give us a composite of the planet we supposedly live on, and the masses just lap it up. As I stated many times, all the teachers throughout elementary school, middle school, high school, college, university, they never seen the ball Earth from space. They're just taking NASA's word for it.
And JAXA, and ESA, and CSA, and ISRO, and Roscosmos, and the Chinese Space Agency, and like 60 more.
And this is what happens when people assume. They trust their government, they trust their government agency and NASA, and even when things like this don't add up, they'll find a way to rationalize it. No one likes to be told they've been lied to their entire lives. It's sad. We live in such a dumbed-down society.
Yet when given reasonable and provable explanations, you double down on your lies and your hoaxes, that again have been debunked for the last 5 years. No wonder you don't do debates anymore. You've got nothing fresh to say.
Space, the final frontier.
Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating.
Astronauts to the moon.
The Force can have a strong influence on the weak-minded.
Thanks for using others' copyrighted materials. Appreciate that, all because you have zero creativity of your own. Oh, and those aren't official Earth images. That's not a thing. There's not a yearly point at which NASA holds a press conference and says, "So here's the picture of the Earth this year, guys." Literally a cartoon.
Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere, it's oblate, and officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
A little chubbier.
Yeah.
Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
How do you like it? They tell you all the time what to do, what to think, what to feel. Do you want to be like a sheep? Like all those other people, man?
That doesn't really work. The example you're making wouldn't have Tyson being bawed at, since he's part of the dissemination of misinformation in your world. Also, yeah, that pear-shaped thing is another prat. It's like a pixel wider in a full shot of the Earth.
You understand? That piece of shit up there, I never like him. I never trusted him. This is paradise, I'm telling you.
That's a card from a card game. What is your point, boy? Look, my turn. Ace of spades and a 10. 21, I win.
And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so.
The Bible wasn't written in English, you turd. The firmament is the sky. Why? Why tell the truth ever if they're trying to keep a secret? Makes no sense. Also, I haven't seen the V miniseries in a long time, but I'm 99% sure that image isn't in it. It's most likely a promotional photo, and there's absolutely no indication that the dome-shaped light she's touching is meant to represent Earth.
Tonight is your chance to see how it all began, to relive the excitement that is V, the most extraordinary miniseries ever. A daring TV journalist struggling to uncover the startling truth behind the aliens' visit to Earth. And a beautiful and brave young scientist fighting for the very survival of the human race. Together, they take you on a fantastic journey to meet the visitors.
Russian Vids, you're like a trilobite in the modern era. Everything you've said in this video was debunked a long time ago, and yet it was uploaded this year. I invite you to my channel, Russian. Let's have a discussion, because I honestly want to know what mental barricades are keeping you from understanding reality. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, which is Dead Kennedy in Space. If you want to support me further, consider donating on Patreon or purchasing some of my work through Amazon or Teespring. Thank you, and I'll see you over the curve, Space Cowboys.
Live there, on the mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam, in a vast cosmic arena.